Alright folks, so today on Growing Game Developer, we are going to make a lamp. Yesterday I set up a low poly couch. Not the best looking couch, but yet again I want you to use your own creativity, your own mind, and your own skills to create something that you'll be proud of, you know. This is just something that gives you the basics of how to make a couch. And what I hope is that people can take that and use those skills, but modify it to where they can have their own thing going on and their own skills that they use. Alright, so from this point we're going to go ahead and start. I'm going to want to click on this couch and this light, kind of just move it out the way a little bit, hit G and then Y, X, move it over. And of course, you know, if yours happens to be along the x-axis, it'll be the same as mine, but if yours happens to be along the y-axis, it's really the same thing. It'll do the same thing. It's just that you're gonna have to hit Y instead of X. So click Shift, right click in this corner. Okay. Or actually, you don't really gotta do that. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and make it in the front. Make it a little more easier for the beginners and everything. Go ahead, hit Shift A. They can go to Mesh, then go to Cylinder. I'm gonna scale this where it's pretty small. Even if you can modify, so in order to scale something, you hit S. Now, depending on how you want to scale it, you can just scale it like this, or anything like that. But you want to scale it one way, then another, and then another. You hit X, Y, or Z. And when you're in this, you got a blessed mouse like I do right now. It's easy to hit the enter. It'll click out of that and save where you scaled it. So, with that being said, let's get into something a little easier here. So we're gonna see how we scaled it along the X, but now we have to scale it along the Y to give it that round figure. Then I'm gonna scale it along the Z. So I'm gonna scale it along the Z. About right there. Should be good. It should be good. It might not be, but let's find out. It's not. Okay. Scale it a little more. We want our lamp to be significantly taller than our couch. So about right there. Also, I will be creating another video later today, so stay tuned. It will actually be how to add a television to this set. And yet again, these are all, everything except for the TV. The TV might look really nice, but everything else, I want you to really use your own creativity. The only reason why I would do the TV close to a perfection for you guys is because that's something that's going to be a little harder, in my opinion. Because it's not like you just add a modifier and stuff like that. You literally build a TV out of a plane, which is a lot of editing. And you'll have to do different things that I don't have to use on these. Except for this little bar right here. Go ahead, let's get back to it. Click, right click, go down to, or go up in this case, to shade smooth. You're gonna notice that it's smooth. It's gonna help give us our reflections, because this will be metal. This is gonna be a metal pole. Let's make that a little skinnier. Remember, a light pole is only so big. You know, a lamp post is only so big. So from this point on, we can hit Shift A, go to mesh. From this point right here, we can click cylinder. Again, size it to where you don't want it to be too big, but you want it to be bigger than our lamp post is, and quite a bit bigger, you know. So here we go, GZ to move it up. Put it about right there. As soon as the bar basically kind of goes through the top and you can't see it anymore, it's good. But now we're gonna have to hit tab to go into edit mode. Make sure you don't have anything else clicked, or else you might be modifying this and something else. Okay, so you gotta be very careful about that. We're gonna go in our face select, click top of the cylinder, and we're going to hit S to scale it. You can hit X, Y, Z if you want, but you don't really need to do that, because if you just hit scale, this thing kind of has a sense already in the edit mode of what you want to do. So we're going to bring this like that. Now we're going to click on the bottom face, scale it outward. Okay. You can go quite big, you know, you can go quite big. I'm going to go about right there. Give it a nice look to itself. And then now click tab to go back to object mode, and this needs to be scaled a little more. So I'm going to hit SZ, scale it a little more, give it a real good lamp look like that. Now we got to create the bottom, and this is all cylinders. Okay, this is all cylinders. So hit cylinder again, go to Shift A, mesh, and then cylinder. Scale this along the Z. Make it very, very skinny. Probably about right there. Now scale this along an X or a Y. We need it to get not as big as it was. You probably have to do both, and that's okay. Just take your time with it. This is not a rushing competition. And from this point, it's going to be fairly easy. But with the bottom one, like we did with our pole, we're going to have to hit right click. Then we're going to have to hit shade smooth. Now, with these, quite simple. Okay, it's just a lamppost. First, I want to edit the metal with you guys because it's going to be a whole lot easier. But before we do that, go ahead and click on keep the cursor on, or the outlining on the bottom. Click Shift and the pole. Hit Control and hit J to combine those. And look, it even gives it already. Look at that. More of like a realistic lamp look. Wonderful, ain't it? So go ahead and now click both objects, the lamp shade and the pole. One more thing we're going to do with the lamp shade once we do this. Hit GZ. You can even use, alright, so if you look on your numpad and you see arrows, use those as well sometimes because they give you a better measurement and they make it a little easier. So go ahead and stop that right there. Then we're going to go into the shade, click tab, and in order for our light to shine through this thing, we're going to want to keep the bottom face outlined and clicked on with our face outlined. Now you're going to want to hit X and hit delete faces. Have that out of there, hit this, and boom. Now we can make it look like a very realistic lamp. Only thing we need to do is take the lamp shade and move it just a tad bit higher. Okay. Make it to where it's about halfway where that orange dot is basically. Because we're going to use Actually, so I was wrong when I said it's all cylinders. Thinking about it, I am gonna have y'all add like a little light bulb just to give it a little more realistic kind of thing, but it's gonna be a very low poly light bulb, okay? So here we go. By the way, if you want to move it, you see me moving like this, that's just clicking the center mouse button or the scroll button. If you hit shift, you can move it like this instead of it just going around the origin, which would be this dot. You can even go like this and move it so you can get a better looking inside, right? So this still needs to go up. Good night. Still needs to go up. Alright. So let's see where this sucker is. Alright. We'll start it like that. Bring it right there. Bam. Alright. Perfect. Actually, let's go ahead and move this bigger because there's something I want to show you. In order to make a light bulb stand look legit, go ahead and click this bar. You can still keep them merged. Hit tab. Click this top one. Go ahead and hit E to extrude. And extrude, it'll automatically give you the Z. Before we extrude it, right? I want to bring it back down. I want to scale it. Okay? So scale it about right there. Hit E. Go up. About right there. Keep that face clicked because we are going to inset it by hitting I. Inset. Bring it about right there. Hit enter or click left mouse. Now we want to delete this face because we don't need it. We want this to kind of be hollow so our light bulb will slip into place. Hit X, delete faces again. Boom. Now we have our light bulb cartridge, which is really good. Or if you want to do another thing, hit Control Z and grab it. Hit Z. Just bring it down like this. But I'm sure you guys can already see the problem with that. So we'll hit Control B, pull out, not too out, I don't go too far. Hit Enter, click this interface, hit G, Z, now watch this. Boom. When it lined up, when it just lined up with that thing, so we can't see the bottom. Boom. Look at that. Now hit Tab, go to Object Mode, and boom! Look at that. Look at that. Alright, now, so we don't just have this thing floating, you know, because that would kind of be weird. What I want to do is we're going to want to hit Shift A, click Mesh, go ahead and click a cube. I want to scale this cube down, scale it along X, bring it in as close as you can get it. You want it very, very small, without it flipping its shape. So, oh yeah, we're going to also have to scale it Y, get it very small. GZ, bring it up. Enter. There's going to be some more scaling we're going to have to do with this, guys. This is a little too big. Alright, so ZX. About right there. Perfect. Let me see. ZY. Like that. Okay. And where I want to place it, okay? So hit G, X. Use the numpad arrows, bring it all the way over to the side, like that. Enter, hit G, Z to move it up a little, make it even. Okay. Let me see if it's exactly even. Measurement for key. I want it to go in our object a little more. Go to GX, bring it in a little more. Make it look like it's actually part of it. Maybe scale it along that. Maybe scale it along the Z. Maybe you don't want it so big. You know what I'm saying? Maybe just as big as our light bulb might be. Down, back to its place. There we go. Perfect. Now from here, this is gonna be easy. Hit Shift D X. Bring it over. Keep it there. Enter. Boom. Look at that. So now with both of those done, we hit both of them by hitting Shift and clicking both of them. Then we hit R, or aka not R as in rotate. Sorry, my guys. Right click is the correct one for that. Hit Shade Smooth. Those will now give us more of a metallic look. Now as we look, that looks a little more realistic, you know, guys. So now let's make our light bulb. Go ahead and over here, click Shift, right click, hit Shift A, go up here, hit UV sphere. Go ahead and shrink that down to a very small size. Hit Enter, hit GZ, bring it up. One more thing we're gonna have to do, we're gonna have to scale this just a little more, and then that should be good. Now down here, we're gonna have to bring a cylinder out. So Shift A, Mesh, Cylinder. Scale that down, very small. GZ, bring it up. Make sure it's not. It is too big, so now we're going to scale it again. Probably about right there. Perfect. And if we need to, when we're done with this light bulb, we can scale it to adjust it to that, okay? So don't worry about that, guys. We'll do that. So here's the thing, and it's still, the physics will still show it looking like a realistic light bulb. I know you guys see this right here, but we can actually scale that. So I'm gonna go ahead and help y'all do that real quick. Hit Tab, hit all of these faces. Okay? All of these faces. Or really, you're just gonna want. You're gonna want this face, that face, that face, that face, that face, and hit G, Y, bring it in, boom. Alright, there we go, there we go. Now look at that. Alright, there we go. Alright, go back to our light bulb here. Okay. Remember, this is going to be very low poly, so I ain't going to do no screw modifier. I'm not going to put all that extra juju on it or whatever. Okay. So let's click this, scale it along the Z, make it look more like a light bulb. Z, X, make it a little wider. Not too wide though. Right there. Click this, hit Tab. We're going to want to bring this face, so click that face, hit Z, bring it in a little bit, boom, and then we're going to want to tab out real quick, hit rotate Y, or sorry, just hit RX 90. There you go. Now we're going to have to hit RZ180. Go. Now we need to see that bottom piece is what we need. There we go. Tab, space, inset. There we go. Hit GX, or sorry, GY. Push that out. Push that like that. Scale it. We want it to be like this right here. There we go. There we go. Maybe bring it out a little more. G, Y. And then we're going to hit extrude. So E. Bring out. Just a little, guys. And then hit Control B. Pull out. About like that. Hit Tab. Hit R, Y, or sorry, RX 90. Go ahead and hit right click, shade smooth. Now we're going to want to take our circle, or our UV sphere, bring it over just a little bit on the X, hit that, okay, hit Tab, go ahead and hit these faces. I'll show you an easy way. Hit Shift, click, drag. Go ahead and hit along the mirror up here along the Y. So it'll mirror all of everything that we're about to do. G, Z. Bring this down. Enter. Scale in. About right. Not that small. About right there. Okay. Hit Tab. Go ahead and grab the bottom piece. Hit GY, sorry, GX. Bring it over and under. Hit that. Make sure you got your viewport on an angle you can see. GZ. And okay, now my light bulb is not looking even. So I'm gonna hit S, Y, scale it like that. I'm gonna bring my light bulb just a little bit over. GY, sorry, GX. Goodness gracious, I can't remember that. Enter. Now this is where they will become one. So hit Control J. Oh, sorry. Shift, click the bottom piece, then Control J. And there you have it, folks. A little light bulb. So I can take this now. Zoom out. G, Z, bring it up a little bit. I'm using the arrow pad so I get direct or most like numbers or most like accuracy. Enter G or GX. I have to slow down with the coffee. It's making me think too fast. Enter. And go ahead and click. No. Actually, this might work. Alright, so go ahead and click the light bulb. Hit GX, GY. Gosh, dang it. Alright. Sorry, I'm getting a little frustrated with myself. I should be doing these things a little more accurate for you. G, X, move it over. And by the way, we're going to want this to be taller. Light bulb is a little taller than that. Click, GZ. We want our light bulb to be bigger than that right there. Okay. So now I want to hit S, Y, scale that along there. Now S, X, oh, sorry, S, X. Make it go back to its light bulb form. That's where we're going to use scale Z, make it bigger. It's like a pretty big light bulb, doesn't it? GZ, bring it down into our hole. Might be a little big. If it is, that means it's more than likely not in place. Yep. So G, Y, bring it back. So that perfectly in place. And actually, I'm going to scale along the Y because that is an odd figure. Like that. It was quite the odd shape. So what I'm going to have you guys do real quick, I'm going to have y'all click that, go ahead and rotate it along the Y 90 degrees, so it's like that. Go ahead and bring that down into this. Go ahead and hit enter, GX, bring it over. Not too much over though. Might have to scale that, might not. Yeah, scale it. Press X. Sorry, S, X. Enter. That should be good. Now hit Shift D, X. Bring that over. Make it about the same spacing and everything. Now take this sucker, hit Shift D on the X, just bring it over. This will be our light bulb. So now you see it's in a light bulb. We're going to have to bring that down because that's not going to make any freaking sense. If somebody who knows how to animate looks at that. Go ahead and hit scale Z as well. Bring it in just a little to where it's not inside of our light bulb. Alright, now, just to make it simple, I'm going to go ahead and hit that, hit delete, take this, hit Shift D, hit X, bring it over, and there you have it, folks. GX to bring this one over so it looks more realistic like the other one. Yeah. Do that with this one as well. Yep, GX. Over. One, two, over like that. There we go. Boom. Look at that. Reason I had those put like that is so when we bring this sucker down, which we're gonna have to scale now, Z or SD. Hit it like that. G, Z. Bring it down. Just makes a little more sense. Alright, and now inside there's a light bulb and everything, but in order to get the light to show, I have to hit GZ again, pop back there, go ahead and hit Shift A, go to light, go to spot. Go ahead and bring it up, match it, go ahead and hit GX, bring it over, into our light bulb. Want it in there. It needs to go up a little more. GZ. Make sure that dot is like right there in the middle of our light. Alright. So you want to make sure it's in there though, otherwise it's not gonna be correct. So GY. In there. You might have to rotate it a few times, get the right angling and everything. There we go. Don't gotta be 100% perfect, but you can be as accurate as possible. Alright. Now that that's set, we can bring our shade back down. GZ. I'm actually going to take this back. Actually, I'm gonna take that back. So I'm gonna hit GZ. Shift that up. Something I wanted to show y'all is that we gotta shade smooth these things real quick. But really, yeah, we do actually. We gotta shade smooth that one. 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 Let's go ahead and right click, shade smooth. Go ahead and click this, merge it. So hit Control J, merge it with that. We don't really want to merge our light bulb, otherwise this part right here, since this is merged with that, that won't look correct. Just really won't. But we can click it. So shift click that, shift click this, and go ahead and GY it. Bring it back here, click there, go ahead, GX, bring it over. Alright, now that we have it in place and everything, or almost in place. Now we almost have it in place. Now that we have it in place, let's get things right here, alright? GZ, bring it down. Make sure the light bulb isn't poking out the top, which it happens to be. GZ, bring it up. You can't see it no more. Click here. Now, in order really to, what in the freaking shit? Alright, it's in there. Okay, I'm just tripping. Sometimes these things have the corona a little bit. If you want to get rid of that, go ahead and just bring it down. Make it more in our light. Scale it along the axis. In our light more close. Then I'm going to go over here to our light settings. Click that. Turn it to about, let's try 1,000. Try 1,000. At this point, we need to go to render to really see how it's working. And our light isn't really that strong. You know, I'm trying to use this light to get rid of this. So go back here, click here. Let's try 2,500. 2,500. There we go. And back to render. Viewport's still a little weak. It's still a little weak. It really is. Go ahead and try. Let's try 5,000. That's looking more. There we go. That's looking a lot better. Alright. Especially from our outer view, it's looking a whole lot better. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of this. Delete that. I'm going to grab this couch. I'm going to G. I'm going to Y. Apologies. Bring it back a little bit. Exit. Get over a little bit. Don't cover up that light though. Okay. And go ahead and click on this lamp. If we move it forward a little bit, y'all will see the huge difference. Alright, G, Y, forward a little bit. Right click, forgot to hit the light. My apologies. G, Y, forward. The light is shining fully. I'm not really liking that strength or the size, so I'm going to turn the size up. There we go. Let's go ahead and turn the power up as well. Oh my goodness. Alright, so let's try 7500, alright? 7500. And that is so much better. Alright, now let's go to select preview. Go ahead, go into here, click that, go to material properties, go to new, and here we have our color settings. I'm going to use this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose, it's actually really simple. So go here, choose, actually we want a light silver like that. Okay, there we go. So take the metallic, go to 0.8, 0.8, boom. That's pretty good. From here, we're going to take our light lamp or light shade, go to base color, go to this color right there. Use that one. There you go. And I want to click on it again, go back to that color, and click on the base color again. Make it a little darker. There you go. That way our lamp shade matches the theme color of everything else in the room. Although I'm not liking how dark I made that. About right there. Yeah, that's a good color. I like that. I like that. You go to render, click here, got all that on. Make sure you have this on, okay? Then from here, I want to go to Shift A. I want to get a light in here. I want to get a area. I want to Z it, bring it up like that. Hit rotate, bring that light down. Bring that light down. Make sure it's pointing right. To our couch. There we go. Light power needs to be 3500. And actually, that's a little too strong. 1500. Maybe that's even a little strong. Wow, guys. Alright. So let's go to 750. Perfect. But I really don't like that ghoulish look. That creepy haunted look. So let's move this, okay? Creepy haunted look is really not what I'm going for. That's actually really good. And there we are. Go ahead and hit render. Render image. I just want you guys to think about this. Does something like this take big computers or high resolution computers? No, it really doesn't. You know, it really doesn't. Um, this computer that I actually am working on right now, which I actually don't like this render image. I'll show you why. But you don't need big computers to do this stuff. I'm working on a like $230 laptop. You know, this is something that I can do on something like that. It might be a $300 laptop, but either way, that's still kind of cheap on the laptop spectrum because you have laptops that run for 1,000 plus, 700. You know, those are the big high resolutions. Those are really fast. They got the big vents that you can even hear. It sounds like just like a regular computer. I don't have all that. You know, I got a little mouse. I got a 100 or $250 to $300 computer, and I got gaming headphones and a little camera mic. That's it. You really don't need the best of the best to make animation. You just really don't. So I'm gonna show you what's wrong with this render image right here. See that light? How white it is? Yeah, let's change that real quick. So go ahead and tap into the light right here. Change this color to a yellow. Like you want it to be a dark yellow. Not too dark though. Let me see here. Bring this yellow right there. Now it looks more realistic. Alright, let's go ahead and hit render image. I'm actually really excited to show you guys the computer, or not the computer, sorry, the TV. See that? It looks a little more realistic because we have a white light already here, right? So if we have this light and this light here, you know, it just doesn't really look good that way. You know, when you have a white light here, and you can still see the white light, that doesn't make sense because a white light mixes with a white light, and you can't see the circle, you can't see the radius of anything with the color. Like, that's just physics and everything, you know. So you can go up here, you can hit image, you can hit save copy, and pick file to save it. And do not forget to save your work, okay? Make sure you hit save as to actually save it, but once you actually save it like that, then you hit save. It'll automatically save your work to that specific file. And there you go, guys. That is our room. Next, I'm gonna put this couch over here, and everything. I'm gonna put the TV over here. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed this video.